Without a doubt, the United States has always had the most advanced military technology. Today, we'll discuss the fighters and bombers that make the U.S. Air Force the most powerful in the world. Armed with too many capabilities, these aircraft are the best at what they do. And when they take to the skies, enemies of the United States have something to be very worried about. Here are those aircraft. Most lethal U.S. aircraft. F-22 Raptor. The most expensive fighter in the world, the $350 million F-22 Raptor is the stealthiest and most lethal fighter ever built. The world's first fifth-generation fighter, the F-22 ushered in a whole new era of aerial warfare and completely dominated it. The fighter was introduced into service in 2005, and to date has only been operated by the U.S. Air Force. This is because the fighter is so special to the U.S. that there's a federal law in place preventing it from being sold or exported to any other nation. The role model for air superiority fighters, the F-22 Raptor is a single-seat, twin-engine, all-weather stealth tactical fighter aircraft with a maximum speed of Mach 2.25, a ferry range of 2,000 miles, and a space-bordering 65,000-foot service ceiling. These incredible numbers are made possible by a heavy-duty power plant consisting of two thrust-vectoring Pratt & Whitney F-19 PW100 augmented turbofans, each capable of producing up to 35,000 pound-feet of thrust. With Spider-Man-level agility generated from these engines, the Raptor is able to destroy targets with a combination of a 480-round 20mm M61A2 Vulcan rotary cannon and up to 20,000 pounds of explosives, including missiles and bombs. Its avionics suite enables it to spot these targets before it is spotted and effectively deploy electronic countermeasures, among other things. F-35 Lightning II. The F-35 Lightning II is a family of single-seat, single-engine, all-weather stealth multi-role combat aircraft from Lockheed Martin. Capable of air superiority missions, strike missions, electronic warfare, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, the F-35 is packed with the most advanced American armament, avionics, and power plant. Its power plant is the Pratt & Whitney F-35 PW100 afterburning turbofan, which produces 28,000 pound-feet dry and 43,000 pound-feet with afterburner. The result of this is a top speed of Mach 1.6, a maximum range of 1,700 miles, and a service ceiling of 50,000 feet. The secret weapon of the F-35, however, is the avionics suite that makes it able to spot targets from tens of miles away and destroy targets with the precision of a sniper. It does this with an armament combination of a 25mm 180-round GAU-22A 4-barrel rotary cannon, 10 different types of missiles, and multiple conventional and nuclear bombs, shared across 10 hardpoints to have a total payload capacity of 18,000 pounds. Another interesting characteristic of the F-35 is that it comes in three main variants. The $77.9 million conventional F-35A for the U.S. Army, the $117.3 million carrier-based F-35C for the Navy, and the $135.8 million short takeoff and vertical landing for the Marine Corps. Over 860 F-35s have been built, operating in multiple air forces around the world, making it the highest produced and most widely used fifth-generation stealth fighter on the planet. F-15 Eagle. The F-15 Eagle, the predecessor of the F-22 Raptor, is one of the most successful fighters in recent history, with over 100 victories and 0 losses in aerial combat. This feat is thanks to its many air dominance features and top-tier maneuverability derived from a low weight-to-wing area ratio and a high thrust-to-weight ratio. The twin-engine, all-weather tactical fighter aircraft was manufactured by McDonnell Douglas, which is now part of Boeing. An aircraft capable of both air superiority and ground attack, the F-15 Eagle has found a place in multiple different missions over the last 47 years. The fighter has a top speed of Mach 2.5, a ferry range of 3,500 miles, and a service ceiling of 65,000 feet. These numbers are made possible by a power plant consisting of two Pratt & Whitney F100 PW220 afterburning turbofans that can produce up to 23,770 pound-force of power with afterburners. To dish out damage to threats, the F-15 is armed with an M61A1 Vulcan 6-barrel rotary cannon and up to 16,000 pounds of missiles. 1,198 F-15s of different variants have been built. FA-18 Hornet. The FA-18 Hornet is an all-weather, twin-engine, supersonic carrier-capable multi-role combat aircraft, designed as both a fighter and attack aircraft, hence the FA designation. Currently manufactured by Boeing and operated by both the U.S. Marine Corps and U.S. Navy, the Hornet is a 1- or 2-seat aircraft with a top speed of Mach 1.8. It has a maximum range of 2,100 miles and a service ceiling of 50,000 feet. It achieves this via two General Electric F404 GE402 afterburning turbofan engines, each producing up to 17,750 pound-feet of thrust with afterburners engaged. In terms of armament, the Hornet is armed with the same 20mm M61A1 Vulcan 6-barrel rotary cannon as the F-16, but that on the Hornet it can hold a more significant 578 rounds. The Hornet has 9 hardpoints in total that all combine to give the aircraft a payload capacity of 13,700 pounds in holding a combination of rockets, missiles, and both conventional and nuclear bombs. On board the $67.4 million Hornet is also an advanced suite of avionics, flares, an infrared decoys dispenser pod, and an electronic countermeasures pod, among others. In total, 1,480 FA-18s have been built. B-2 Spirit. The B-2 Spirit from Northrop Grumman is a 2-crew heavy strategic bomber primarily designed to penetrate dense anti-aircraft defenses and bring untold destruction to targets. A gem to be protected, the subsonic bomber was built in complete secrecy. Thanks to a tailless design, lavish radar-absorbent material, and so much more, the B-2 is the stealthiest aircraft in operation today, and it is the only aircraft that can carry large air-to-surface standoff weapons without losing its stealth profile. The B-2 Spirit has a brain consisting of 136 computer systems, many of which have been combined into an integrated system. This brain enables the bomber to operate as designed, from flying stealthily to spotting targets from tens of miles away. It is a most intelligent bomber, and it is as destructive as it is intelligent. The bomber has 2 internal bays for ordnance and payload that can carry up to a combined 50,000 pounds. Constituting this payload is a combination of nuclear and conventional weapons, including up to 80 500-pound class bombs, 36 750-pound class bombs, 16 2,000-pound Mk-84 or GBU-31 class bombs, 16 nuclear bombs, multiple precision air-to-surface missiles, and so on. While these aircraft have placed the U.S. at the top among its peers, near-peer rivals have continued to inch closer to stealing that position. This is why the U.S. continues to develop even more advanced and more powerful aircraft concepts that will be released soon. Here are the most promising of these concepts. Most promising concepts. These aircraft concepts are the aircraft developed to keep the U.S. at the top of the food chain in the future. B-21 Raider. The B-21 Raider is the world's first 6th-generation aircraft. Developed by Northrop Grumman, the stealth strategic bomber was introduced in December 2022 at Northrop Grumman's production facilities in Palmdale, California. The new bomber will be able to deliver conventional and nuclear weapons anywhere in the world, penetrating even the toughest defenses. The $700 million B-21 is expected to make its first flight in 2023 and enter service by 2027. By the 2040s, it is slated to replace both the B-1 Lancer and its direct predecessor, the B-2 Spirit. The B-21 Raider will be everything the B-2 Spirit is, and more, with better stealth, more intelligent avionics, and more modern general attributes. CCA. The Collaborative Combat Aircraft, or CCA, is the Air Force's effort to greatly multiply its force without increasing its risk. CCAs are unmanned aircraft that would escort manned aircraft into battle to perform many missions assigned by remote operators. They would operate as extensions of the sensor, electronic warfare systems, and weapons on manned fighters, saving the manned fighters from taking on the risk of going to the edge of battle unless absolutely necessary. This results in significantly reduced casualty rates and increased dominance. The $20 to $40 million CCAs are expected to support the F-35 Lightning II, the B-21 Raider, and the brand new 6th-generation fighter from NGAD. NGAD. Next Generation Air Dominance, NGAD, is the Air Force's program tasked with developing the future generation family of systems that will ensure air superiority for U.S. forces even in the most challenging operational environments. The program would develop new sensors, weapons, CCAs, and a 6th-generation billion-dollar fighter that would replace the F-22 Raptor in service. The NGAD fighter is expected to be the next big shakeup in the military aviation industry, and with a revolutionary triangular shape, electronically configured smart skins, and the widest array of armament in its weapons bay, that expectation could easily become reality. All of these aircraft mentioned are a huge part of why no one dares mess with the United States Air Force. The lethality of a response via these aircraft would be so decisive, they would be felt by generations to come. To appreciate these aircraft, the U.S. Air Force wants you to subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. So do that now, and thanks for watching.